Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? That was so unnecessary. But, um, all right. So, this is Faithful Matt Faithful at Freedom Academy, where we show people how to turn their pain into, um, their pain into passion, and their profit into, um, their passion into profit and or businesses. So, all right. So, the number one thing I learned, especially this morning, was um, unlocking the beast within. And I think there's a lot of us, I've been watching somebody called David Goggins and our identity. And I think I'm gonna start with that first, where he, and I think, and I realized that too. And then I see two. But anyway, I had to realize, like, every person that's massively successful, no matter how there's a dark side of the spectrum where that can be deeply manipulated. But every person I know who's massively successful, whether it be from the lowest of, observing my parents to the highest of, high who's been successful, they have an alternate identity. And I realized that, he created from Goggins. David Goggins to Goggins. He said David Goggins was a guy who was like basically lazy, basically wasn't doing nothing with his life, wasn't going nowhere, wasn't doing much. And when he went through this amassment, when he volunteered in many regards to go through this immense amount of pain and torture, he had to awaken Goggins. And when he awakened Goggins, he had a strong discernment and understanding in creating his deep frustration of anger, frustration, pain. He created this person who absorbs that, who eats that up for a living, and his name is Goggins. He created somebody that was dictated by 1933. He was dictated by self-talk and vision. And I think that's one of the things that actually got me up this morning was my self-talk. I was like, I told my body to get up. And, I realized that this morning because I saw that in a video with Coach Stormy where she was like, I'm tired. I barely slept last night. And I told my body to get up. And I am the master of my own fate. I am the creator of my own destiny. And she had to realize, you will do as I tell you to do, not the opposite way around. And one of the things that I had to realize in becoming this alternate beast, because my beast in many regards is called Kiyumba, and that's the sixth one. I think I think that's the sixth principle in many other splits, three other splits, but that's the sixth principle of the sixth principle of, what the hell is this shit called? Oh my God, it's coming to me. It's the sixth principle of a certain faith, a certain African faith. I forgot what it's called. I'll talk about it later. But Kiyumba and some other things. And Kiyumba is the principle of the principle that basically, in how I see it in this YouTube video, beautifully said. It is the person who brings the wealth back to the community, for the future, and also for the future generations. And I say that's exactly what my life mission is, like bringing wealth to my community and helping the future generations. And the crazy part about it is that what I had to realize just yesterday is I don't need the fame, I don't need white authority to be like, oh man, he's helping us, and like, or he's helping this community. Like, I don't care about that. I'd rather, to be honest with you, do it in silence, or as silently as I can. And one of the deepest things that I had to realize is that I also have to alternatively become somebody else as well, because who I am or who I was raised to be, I would say, is not enough. He doesn't hold enough strength. He doesn't hold enough mental fortitude. I mean, he's great, but being strong enough, I would have to push myself to a limit that I've never seen before. Even people like one of my reservists that I love, Iyanla Vanzant. They even asked on a breakfast show interview, how did you be, how did you become Iyanla? And she was somebody else before. She was somebody else before law school. So I'm kind of becoming thoroughly convinced that you have to have an alternate identity to really fuel who you really are. Because I think the Creator gives you an identity, and even in African ritual, you're given a certain name instead of the one that you were birthed, especially in this Babylon world. So, that's it. Then the second one would be fueled by pain. One of the most major things that changed my life was being engulfed in pain, being engulfed in discomfort and frustration. And one of the things that I learned, like for instance, I watch. There's three. No, I don't watch a lot, but there are three main TV cartoon characters, or manga or whatever, that I'm in love with: Tekken, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto. Those are the only three shows and or video games I will buy and get and play over and over and over and over and over again, right? And that I know most. And all three, the main characters are my favorite favorite stories. And like for instance, the ones I relate to the most is Jin. I probably need to study his story more, which is real true. Naruto, which is probably the one I watch most, and Goku, right? So one of the core things that I'm learning from each and every one of them, especially Dragon Ball Z, every time the main character went to the next level in their life, they were evoked, like destroyed by pain. And I'll never forget being at a friend's house, and we was watching Vegeta being asked by a young man, how do I go Super Saiyan? And Vegeta was beating his ass. And I'm gonna say beating his ass, I mean beating his ass. And I asked my friend Rob, I was like, yo, why my mans can't just put my mans on? Like, what the fuck? He was like, yo, that's not how that works. Because Vegeta was like, yo, I don't want you to surpass me. You're not going to be better than me. And da 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 da. And I was like, what the fuck, my nigga? Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. Just put my mans on. And he was like, he was beating his ass until and I have a similar story to that, where he was beating his ass until he got so much stronger, so much faster, so much better. Well, I would say so much better, but he turned Super Saiyan because the pain was invoked in his body. And then at the end of the day, when he turned Super Saiyan, he was like, why did you just show me that in the first place? He said, because you have to earn your stripes. You have to earn being better than me. Or even being better than me. You have to earn going to that next level. There is no, somebody's going to just teach you Super Saiyan. And I understand that from a character building perspective. And I think there's a duality to that. I think if somebody were to teach you, that'd be great. I think there's great power in that. And that's 999 and 333. You know what I'm saying? Show you the signs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bugging. 999 333. But there's great power in that pain. But also, I think there's also great power in taking somebody under your wing and being like, yo, let me teach you, let me build with you, let me show you how to get to this power. You feel what I'm saying? Without agenda, you feel me? I think there's great power in that. You feel me? But anywho, I think we need more of that in the world, and less, oh yeah, you gotta figure it out. I mean, that's great. I don't get that twisted. I've learned that way. But there's a lot of pain involved and and sometimes even hate involved, because you hate involved for the teacher. You understand in the end to some extent, but you kind of discredit them and disrespect them. And not even disrespect them. You kind of discredit them and say you're full of shit, unless unless he's teaching you through pain, like he's voluntarily teaching you through pain, but like a mentor would, like somebody who, like the what the fuck is it called, like Karate Kid or some shit like that. Then I understand, but a lot of us are not teaching like the Karate Kid. A lot of us abandon them. So he was really teaching him from like master student perspective that you're gonna have to fight me to go to that next level. And I understand. And you know, even like Elliot Holmes said, we all have to kill our fathers in many regards. And I believe that to be so true. We have to kill our fathers to get to that next level. I think that was introduced by Sigmund Freud to really get to that next level in our lives and in our businesses and in our brains, etc., etc. But again, we have to be very, very careful with what that pain evokes, because if that pain is not treated and understood the right way, that could evoke a lot of hate, and a lot of disdain, because it's like, what the fuck? Why? Like, you understand because everything works for the good. That all pain brings also joy, but you have to be very careful, because if that person does not make it on the other side of that pain, you fucked up. Like if you just send them out into the wolves to figure it out, depending on how strong they are, they may or may not make it. And according to what I've seen in most societies, most don't make it. So you're just be very careful with that. And the third thing that unlocks the beast within is a reason outside yourself, whether it be your community, your family, and your community, your family. Like, you know, you have a why that says, I can't let my child not eat, my family not eat. Let's say one of the great preachers for ET, or if ET hip hop preacher, he was like, I wasn't gonna let what the fuck is this shit? My wife go through this surgery in death, in dead, and I'm not gonna let her die. So whatever money I gotta make, I'm gonna make it so I can help my wife. So those are the three things: to be setting a new standard, or going through enough pain where it makes you set a new standard of who you are, what you do, what you think, what you feel, etc., etc. Two will be creating a new identity, creating somebody outside yourself that is evoked by pain to some extent, to go to that next level, and you just create a new identity and you walk in it. And then three will be something outside yourself, something outside something outside yourself that would consistently have you look in the face and say, I gotta do better. You feel me? So those are the ways I've learned this morning that helps you unlock the beast within. And usually, when you hit success, it's either one of those, at least either one of those three or all three. And if it's all three, you fucking with a beast. You fucking with a hardwired beast mode. I'm coming for your ass type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, peace.